afternoon. Here we go, continuing our conversation with my husband. And today I want to talk about, continuing from the last video, how you're always cunning. You have a cunningness in the way you handle situations, and you let me have everything. You let me have everything I'm doing. So that's, in doing that, it's like a cunningness. How do you attain that cunningness apart from me being able to see that you're just humouring me?
Do you see?
No. I used to, because this is when you was just changing and getting to a place where you could do that. And I could see it was a very different attitude, different way. And you used to say all the time, that you did things, and I could feel you were humouring me, but now I can't. I can't see, I don't know, because I'm so caught up.
So I've had a change in that application.
Yeah, I can't see when you're being cunning.
The difference is you have to be genuine and not take advantage of anyone.
But you're letting everyone have everything.
Yeah, all the time.
And how do you get to be genuine in being cunning where you don't agree with what people are doing and saying?
No.
But you let them think that you do.
Yeah. I let them think what they want to think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have to agree.
How do you not have an attitude or opinion about that?
That's where the genuineness, because your concern is for them, not to interfere or disturb them.
Yeah. And how does that give you peace in yourself when to me I'd be disturbed thinking, I've got to go to that place where I don't really agree, but I've got to let someone have what they're having and just humour them. Isn't that like being fake in that way?
It would appear so, except if you're doing it for their good, being genuine and loving and kind. But you've got to
face
something.
Face what's coming at you, face what's happening to them.
Are they giving you the same genuine, loving kindness or not?
No.
And that's what you have to face. So, what are you dealing with in that person?
The spirit in their flesh.
And the character of that spirit is?
Wickedness. It's aggressive.
What does all religion try to do to people?
Yeah, control.
Yeah, get on top, bring them under, make you worship them. That's what every spirit in someone's flesh is wanting those around it to do, come under it.
Yeah.
So it's really easy to let them have it, be in a lower place.
So you're saying that, sorry.
The greatest amongst men is the least. So if you can go down instead of letting all that come running through you, shows on your face and your attitude and everything, cut it off before it comes in. So remember, you're pulling me out of my retirement because you want to know stuff.
Yeah.
So what I want to say to you and everyone is every story in the scripture points to the vein.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah.
There's not one story in the scripture you can't recognise the vein in.
Well, there's a lot more involved in that because there's a lot of different intricacies in behaviour of how we contend with the vein and how we respond and react to what Yahusha'S word says. And so in so many different circumstances there's so much more involved where I know it says where evil is concerned, be as a child. Like you don't want to go and stir someone up that's going off their heads like that. But it's just continually, you just let me have it all the time.
When I finished the series on the vein, I came to the end of the story.
Yeah.
That's what I've been seeking and seeking and seeking.
Yeah.
The end of the story.
Yeah.
Right, so I knew the end of the story. I knew what has to happen, what Yahushua was saying to us all, why he wants us to live it.
Yeah.
So that's why I retired.
Yeah.
And so I've stepped out. I'm really, really happy to know the truth, to know how to do it, to know the ins and outs of the whole. I've been seeking it for 50 years. So I got to the end of my race. I got to the end of finding out. I don't have to seek and look anymore because I know the story. And I believe it and trust in it. And so I'm free. So I'm at the end of that. So that's why I stepped out and retired.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what he was going to use me for then, but you're coming, pulling me out of my lovely retirement and wanting to know stuff. So I can see, that's what he wants me here for. So anything anyone wants to know, I'm still on Facebook.
Yeah.
But anything anyone wants to know about all this, I'm an open book.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot of need or not a lot of want. So I can rest in the whole thing. It's over for me. I've finished.
Yeah, I just really want to know. I mean, I've been going on and I've been given the vein, and I know that what I have to go through and what I'm in the fire, and then I face it and I'm out, and my daily routines and everything, it just seems to travel on, and I've got to the place where I'm really frustrated and I feel stuck, and I wanted to find out. I really wanted to know areas where I'm not getting it, I'm not seeing. And I think the main thing is about what you said, letting everyone have it is a concern that you have in your heart. And I know that just basically you can love me more than I love you. And that to me, I feel devastated because I can't give you back what you give me. And I just want to know, how did you get to be that genuine, in your heart, and how did you find that?
Practicing the fruits of righteousness.
That's it, just practicing the fruits of righteousness.
In every situation, every thought. Check it. If you let it in, what do you go through?
Yeah.
If it's not right.
Yeah.
So everything comes back to the vein.
Yeah.
Because Yahushua acts immediately. You think you're here on earth with 7 billion, 8 billion people, right?
Yeah.
And they're all doing stuff. And yet Yahushua comes to you immediately when you do or say something, immediately inside.
Yeah.
Oh, what sort of power is that? how can he do that? It just is, because it says it in his word.
Yeah.
It just is. If you believe it.
Yeah.
If you accept it. If you don't, you have your own mind, and then where does that lead you?
Yeah. Yeah. It's being conscious, isn't it? And constantly checking your thoughts. It's all about your thoughts.
Well, it's not hard when you're told to guard your vessel. You're a temple guard.
I have Yahusha'S spirit in me, and we were talking about this earlier. Because he's put his spirit in me, I know that how can I have the spirit still in my flesh when Yahusha'S spirit is in me? How can I still have the spirit in my flesh when I received his spirit?
All you have to do is, to me, they're habits.
Yeah.
Most of those things. All you have to do is look at what he says about it. Does he say, do you, I mean, you've got to look at your body and your mind and your heart, you can feel it. If you let something in, you have a jab at someone, what do you feel?
You feel it in your heart,
What do you feel?
You feel pain, you feel gross, you feel dreadful because of what you've done straight away. Before this, you didn't feel anything. You were just involved, you just cruised along.
You're talking about yourself?
Yeah, I didn't feel anything.
Yeah.
I just cruised along and it didn't affect me.
So what does that show you?
That I didn't have Yahusha'S spirit then.
No, you did. If he puts the seed in you, you say, yes, I accept Yahushua as Elohim. I'm going into the vein, and you go into the spirit baptism in belief and trust.
Yeah.
He plants, then he's going to make it grow. And we have to do a change. He just doesn't go bibbity bobbity boom and you're all beautiful.
Yeah.
Because he wants us to choose him over everything else. Put him first and his word first before we give anybody else first. You know, we don't give them first, we give him first. And then his spirit can come through as an others. But we have to put off those habits of thinking. They're just habits and temptations. And what's that word? Cliches that we've learned all our life. We've been learning cliches, and this goes with that. And if I do that behaviour, I'll get that result. And I know there's drama there, but I can get through that. We think we're so wonderful.
Well, that's our whole dialogue, our mindset.
Yeah, doesn't work.
Has to be washed.
It's a fake.
The water.
It's got no premise to stand on. It's a lie. It'll crumble. It doesn't work. That's why people our age and older are miserable and younger. So it's just a matter of doing what he said, checking those thoughts.
A lot of times I'm cruising along and I don't feel bad, I don't feel anything, and then you say something to me or ask me something, and what I'm doing or saying, what I'm feeling or thinking, I'm convicted by something that you've brought out.
You say that again? I missed it.
Lots of times I'm cruising along by myself and everything's cool, I feel fine, and then if you talk to me or ask me something or do something, I'm convicted.
Is it talking about what you've done?
Yeah.
Is it making it obvious that you've done something?
Yeah.
So give me an example.
Or you ask me a question.
Like what? Give me an example.
Why do you think that, or why did you say that, or whatever? So you sort of jolt me out of my unconsciousness, to see what I've...
Are you offended by me taking that authority to do that?
Yeah, I have, but it's a good thing. But I've been offended, and I've been
Here again,
furious.
thoughts, choices.
Because before that I was feeling great, and yet I was unconscious, sort of that behaviour.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you're there. It's to get to a point. You were saying the other day I've wanted to be told and taught and told, like you said, you've cut off from that, but I've wanted to be told like a child everything to do and not have to do it myself.
Everyone does that.
How do you get away from that dependence on
You need
needing
knowledge
that?
and wisdom from the Word through the Spirit. Ask and you'll be given. So you go and look up words or something to figure it out through the Spirit. Because the Word is alive, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you take the Word and you put it in, you activate it.
Yeah.
Oh, you see things that you didn't realise.
Yeah, every time I go to the Word that happens.
Yeah, but before it didn't.
Yeah.
Because you didn't have the Spirit baptism.
No.
So now you know you've had the Spirit baptism.
Yeah.
His Spirit's in you.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm going to complete the job I started.
Yeah. Yeah.
The vein fits into everything.
It does. It's just amazing. Yahusha'S so clever how he gave that to you, and like I feel so spoilt because it's been all laid out, given to me, everything there, packaged,
So
done.
it should be, because that's how he is.
Yeah.
It should be like that. You know it all.
Yeah.
You've got the answers. He helps us.
Yeah.
But what's stopping you from
The spirit in my
activating?
flesh, putting it to practice, taking it on and believing when I hear the thoughts, complaining about where I'm at, what I'm going through.
So this conversation is going on between who?
Myself
And?
and Yahushua and the spirit in my flesh.
Right.
There's three of us.
He's working with you, Yahushua is, and the other one's working against.
Yeah.
Wanting to create confusion from the words that come.
Yeah.
Straight away, when he was trying to tempt Eve into taking the apple, he said, did Yahuah really say this to you?
Yeah.
Is that the truth?
Yeah. Made her.
Creating confusion.
Yeah.
So he comes like that every single time. Does the same things. It's always going to be questioned. But your eyes and your heart, the new heart that's in you, it with the spirit in you, it reveals what the word actually says.
Yeah.
And you can understand it. Therefore you have a choice.
Yeah.
You've got two.
Yeah.
Which one you're going to take.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you choose the right one, oh, it feels wonderful.
Yeah, it does. It's
You
great.
win, you've got victory,
Yeah.
and you say, I'm not going back there again.
No.
If you choose the wrong one, heartache.
Yeah. Yeah, you go on and there's always another one and another one and another one. It just keeps going.
Well, he tells us all this.
At the beginning of the vein, I thought, I can do this. It's great. It's easy, and I fought off a whole lot of thoughts and got to. But the more I go into fighting, the more desperate I get.
Don't be surprised at the painful test you are suffering.
No. But it's.
Look at Job, what he had to go through.
Yeah.
It's like that mentally, what Job went through, all that pain and all the things people were saying to him constantly. He's in a state, in that dreadful state, and they're all coming and saying that to squash, but he wouldn't give in. So Yahushua wants us to look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that behaviour. In spite of the state we're in, we can still make up
our minds.
whether the word in that situation is right or wrong.
Yeah.
And he's got pain in his body to deal with as well.
Yeah.
But he still made the right decisions.
Yeah. Oh,
Wouldn't give in.
Would have been it's a good lesson, isn't it? The
Yes.
Job lesson.
Yeah.
Makes you think you haven't got that hard with all that physical suffering. It just seems to me the deeper you go into Yahushua, the more crap that I feel coming out of me and saying and being. And
well, what's the scripture say about that? When he comes into your life, he's going to
interfere with us.
Well, the scripture doesn't say that. We just said that.
Yeah, but
we know it.
It's probably in other words.
Yeah, in other words. He's going to interfere in everything you're doing. How have you felt about him having that authority in your life?
No, I haven't liked it.
So how does a baby feel when the daddy or mummy says no?
Scream. Yeah, I'm at that baby stage and I've just been furious because I can look at myself.
What you don't want to face?
Yeah, and I haven't wanted to see where I'm actually up to, and I can see the devastation and how crazy I am, how, what a state I'm in by
what are babies like?
They're just all over the place.
They won't eat this if they don't feel like it, or they want that.
Yeah.
And they point at everything and won't talk.
They're totally into themselves.
Why won't they talk when they could?
Because they know you want them to. And everything.
Yahushua wants them to talk his language of love.
Yeah.
And they don't feel like giving love at the moment. They want you to give them love, the baby does.
Yeah, we're all takers.
So that's the milk of the word, isn't it? All the time, giving love, giving love. Then he starts to take the bottle away.
Yeah.
And you have to go on to solids.
That's what I'm feeling. He's
what
taking
does
it away from me.
What does the solid food do to the body?
Makes you sick.
No?
Well, it started. You have indigestion, but then it strengthens you and builds your bones and strength.
Makes you grow.
Yeah.
That's what the word does.
Yeah.
Makes you grow up. When you take it in, digest it, that's right. Oh, a bit of pain and a bit of test.
Yeah.
Thoughts come at you. No, it's not true. Get rid of it. Don't have it in here.
Yeah.
But the baby wants to grow up because they see older kids and they think, I want to be able to do that, but I'm not strong enough. I can't walk enough. I won't put my rattle down and go and play.
Yeah.
So they're not interested in me.
Yeah.
So the baby gets upset. Then it's pushing itself to get through all that.
You find it was a lonely path to go through?
Of course, it's lonely for every single person because that's what Yahushua wants. He sets us apart, separates us.
Yeah.
He's showing us stuff.
Yeah.
But the compensation is joy, love, peace, happiness.
Yeah.
All that comes into you and you don't feel lonely once you get through it.
Yeah. Well, you've got to go through all that before you can get...
Yeah, you've got a crowd of witnesses all around you, eyes on you, saying stuff. So that you keep in the cradle. You don't want to get out of the cradle yet. You're not ready. When you're ready, you'll sneak out and climb over it. And now everyone wonders how you got the strength to do it. And then you just start walking through the place or go out in the street, very dangerous.
Yeah.
Because you can't react quickly. Slow to think, fast to speak. I mean, slow to speak.
Quick to think.
Quick to think.
Yeah.
Slow to speak.
Yeah. So I know Yahushua is here with us now, and I know Yahushua sees everything, and I believe, I know that my relationship with Yahushua hasn't been great because it says how I treat you is how I treat Yahushua, and that hasn't been great. So that's
hasn't been great for you because
because of what I've allowed to come through me.
No.
The spirit in my flesh controlling me, and I'm wanting to, the choices I'm making.
Yeah.
And how I'm...
Whether you're going to give it or you're not.
Yeah.
He wants us to be activating his word.
Yeah.
Why?
So that we can...
What does he want us to do and learn the fruits of righteousness?
So that our behaviour will change and we will become spiritual.
So you have to do the...
loving.
You have to have the experience,
Yeah.
of course, before you get the advantage.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's where I'm getting frustrated and kicking up a fuss, because I'm wanting to get the advantage before I've had the experience of going through.
What am I doing?
Shaking my rattle.
Yeah, doesn't work. Just a noise.
I hate the baby bubbiness. That's
got to come in.
Yeah, it's got to go there.
Well, you understand it more, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Looking at myself in these videos, I can think, wow, you know, drop dead, where are you? It's just ridiculous. And Yahusha'S...
Well, it's a growth. It's a baby learning to talk the word.
Yeah.
So you've been doing videos and you've been talking the word, and lots of people like them. You get, you know, big hits.
Yeah, but
But that's, you weren't conscious like this. Then it's all about you, and you're doing your thing in Yahushua. Who can say? It's a very Christian mindset.
It is.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
I have the right to say this or say that.
Yeah.
Lots of times I could say things, but if I did it, I know it will cause trouble. So I don't have the rights because I'm a servant. I'm a slave to the truth. You don't have the right to just to say and do whatever you want, like I used to. I took that Christian right and said and did, threw scriptures at people, I used to have people crying in the chair. Took them down to the surf and baptised them. And where'd they go? Where are they?
Into a church.
Nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Hmm?
How do you cope living with the restrictions that I've put on you? You know, that...
How have you put a restriction on me?
Well...
That's interesting.
I felt like I put restrictions boundaries where, you know, if you're gonna say this or do this, you know, I'll be...
Didn't we have that today?
Upset, yeah. Yeah.
So what is the restriction and the boundary that I've changed in this video?
That you're not taking over, you're listening to my questions and not...
Yeah.
And
you want to finish them.
I wanted to get through and and I wanted you to hear what I had to say before you took me on another vein of understanding. And everything you said before was correct, but it just was the vein all the time, and I just was saying the vein, everything's about the vein. And I was sick of hearing about the vein, and yet that's the whole essence of our deliverance. And yet I'm angry at the vein because I've heard it so much, and yet I haven't put it to practice. I haven't taken it in its...
Well, it's full of joy.
Essence, and it's
wonderful.
Full of joy, but you're going through the fire, you don't feel the joy. You don't feel it when you're depressed because you're in agony. You're going through torture.
Why are you in agony?
Because of what you've chosen to say and do and think and
simple,
act out. Yeah, I'm blaming the vein, not myself.
That's right.
It's the vein's fault, and it's you because you told me.
Oh, everyone does that. Blames everyone else except
themselves.
They said it and they did it, and it's hanging on you like a bunch of hooks in. And everyone's from all different angles pulling the hooks. Oh, the pain's dreadful.
Yeah, I had a big blow up today. Wanted to get this video started, and then
You're talking to the people.
I was so angry because of the state I'm in and the situation I am and where I'm at. And I knew that I know everything about the vein and I haven't done it. And what's the point?
You have been doing
I've been trying, but I haven't attained my peace and the fullness and deliverance. I haven't gotten through. So I could see that I was saying it and not doing it. So I thought, what's the point of talking about it anymore? Because I have to do it. And I already know it all, and it's up to me to do it all. So I thought it's no use going through over and over and over this, because it's up to me to do it.
So what's your complaint?
And my complaint was
Against
Yahushua. I've gone through so much Yahushua, and I've tried, and I've put off this and put off that, and I've corrected my behaviour and changed this and changed that, and I've been going through it and going through it. It's time. I didn't want to wait anymore. I'm complaining to Yahushua. I'm sick of waiting.
What's time?
It's time for him to set me free and give me his love, and he's not giving it to me.
And why isn't he?
Because he's not happy with my behaviour and my complaints, complaining to him, his authority, you know. Who am I? Look at myself. Look at my arrogance. Look at who I think.
But the thing is, I look at the positive thing is you're communicating with Yahushua.
Yeah. In any way, shape or form. Angry. Yeah. But
well, look how angry Mark's been at Yahushua.
yeah. I think everyone gets to that point.
Same.
It's the only way out is to go through it all and blow yourself through, blow everything out of you, and be real to say what you're really feeling and thinking. And I don't know, I was just devastated, and I just felt like, you know, cutting loose and not doing anything more. And you were just so gracious and understanding, and just said, look, just relax and just have a break and blah de blah. I went to sleep for an hour. I
Did you the world
blew myself out, and then a few hours later, here we are. And it's all listening to his voice. I could hear what he was saying to me, and it was wonderful. Just shut down, you know everything, just shut down, stop complaining, and believe and listen. Stop complaining, go through it, and don't, look, you got me to read Hebrews 12 again, and that really helped me, you know. Don't faint, don't
You
give
even
up.
did that yourself.
You
were
told me
listening to you. I didn't.
There was something in Hebrews 12 that you gave me, yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the
What was
being trained. Trained.
that? Was it?
Yeah. Those who have been trained by it.
Those.
We're talking about men and women.
Oh, that was a
talking.
different subject, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those who have been trained. I was talking about that woman preacher, and they're all Christians believe that women shouldn't preach and all that stuff. Yeah. Well, he said those who have been trained, so it's those. It's no male, female, everyone.
That's right.
That was interesting.
Not animals.
Everyone.
Yeah. Through genders.
Yeah. So Yahushua speaks through his people, through his word, in your thoughts. It's just in my thoughts constantly, and I just know that he still loves me, or even though what I've said and done and been through, and this is where I'm at. And I just wanted to find out specifically this one about your cunningness. How
Have
you
you
can,
found out?
not really, because how
Well,
you can
what
be
is it?
that sneaky and cunning, and everyone, I try and catch you out all the time and reveal that you're just humouring
Not
me.
being genuine.
Not being genuine. And you say, but I am. I am.
Well, I mean it. too.
And, you
Why
know.
would I want to hurt you?
Well, you don't.
Do to you what you're doing to me. Why would I
No.
want to do that?
You wouldn't.
If I did, what would happen
You'd
to me?
feel dreadful, and you'd lose your peace and everything.
Well, why don't you change?
This is it.
It's that simple. You've got to be as cunning as a snake. A snake is a hunter.
Yeah.
And as gentle as a dove.
Yeah.
All at once.
Yeah.
So it has to be real, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So
how did you learn that?
Through learning about demons and unclean spirits, and then I found out about the spirit and the flesh, and I saw the character of it all, and that's in me, and I couldn't stop that from coming out.
Yeah.
So I had to fight, and I knew once I've had the spirit baptism, then I have to go into the fire baptism of fire.
Yeah.
So I said, yeah, that's the way. And where's it all going? Where's it all leading? To the wilderness. But you can't get in the wilderness unless you're clean. So then I had to face the fact about you've got to be perfect. Oh, how can anyone be perfect on this earth? Everyone says it. But perfect means maturity. Oh, that's the way. Just got to mature, grow up and take control of yourself.
That's the thing, isn't it? Control of yourself.
That's one of the fruits, self-control. You're not allowing your vessel and your mouth and your mind to think negative about somebody. You don't want anything coming out of you, because I figured out every time I did it, I got pain. Oh, so I'm going, Yahushua doesn't want that.
Yeah.
So I had to change if I wanted to be set free.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I felt the pain, and I didn't like the pain, so I was always trying to do the right thing. But people and thoughts, my spirit in my flesh would not let me not have a nasty thing to do or say. And I started to see, oh, if I'm not doing that, I feel much better. So change over, push that away.
Yeah, I saw you go through that self-control. If someone came in the room, with all their emotions and attitudes and whatever, you just continue watching, and you wouldn't get into what they were doing and saying. You wouldn't give them your eyes. You wouldn't.
You're speaking of Matt and Lisa and Paige.
Things like that.
I didn't want to disturb them.
Yeah.
They all want attention like the baby.
Yeah.
But I'm not giving
But they
it.
thought that was rude.
They thought I was angry.
Yeah.
But when they walk in, they're not greeting or,
No.
Oh, Matthew. Oh, Paige wasn't she? So always greeted you.
Yeah, but they wanted you to get into all their rigmarole.
And they were higher than us.
Yeah, because we were old people.
I mean, go out and work 40 years and, get a mortgage and pay it off, before you can actually speak to us, really. That's all you have to say. Achieve something. Go out and do something and achieve something before you can actually speak to us.
Yeah.
And have those attitudes towards us. Do it better than what we've got and, have things better.
Yeah.
Go out and do it. See the cost of everything, and daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, constantly in there working, paying. It's slavery. So retiring set me free, and the vein I can see is the same sort of thing as that.
Yeah.
So I don't have to be out there like the Christians say.
No.
I'm waiting on him, what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And it keeps coming, doesn't it? It keeps coming.
Yeah.
So he said, work with your wife first, get that in order, then work with others around you in the community. Bloom where you're planted.
Yeah, that's what you're doing. It's wonderful. Anyone that comes, you're just there, open, flowing, encouraging, loving.
I love it.
Yeah.
Fine.
That fire that you've got in you, it's wonderful. Yeah. Well, I think I've figured out a few more things today. I think that's great, Mr. Cunningness.
You do it.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
Don't take anything
Personal.
that'll help you not to be cunning.
Mm.
Just put that rule to yourself. I'm not taking anything personal today. No matter what's said, no matter what's done, no matter what happens, I'm not going to let myself go there. And then try the next rules.
Those rules work, hey? Okay.
You want to say?
Thank you for listening, and hope you got something out of this, where I have, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
When you call on me.